Hi everybody, thank you for taking the time out of your evening to join us for this late application information session. My name is Kirsty Patterson and I am joined by my colleague Adam Stockley, and we work as student recruitment coordinators here at UWS. Please feel free to ask any questions at any point during the presentation by using the Q&A function, and we will do our best to answer them at the end. Today we will be discussing all things late applications, UCAS Extra, clearing, SAS, student finance and some key dates. But before we do so, we're just going to cover a little bit about UWS and our schools. We are one university with 5 campuses located in Paisley, Lanarkshire, Ayr, Dumfries and London. And our London campus has a focus on postgraduate study. Though the academic side of going to university is the priority, the social aspect of university life is a huge pull for students, and it is important to have a nice balance. At our Scottish campuses, you are never far from adventure, and there's so much to see and do with places like Loch Lomond on our doorstep. We have fantastic transport connections to other major towns and cities throughout Scotland as well. At UWS, we have over 60 undergraduate programmes, many of which are professionally recognised and have practical experience options. We have been collecting many awards in the past few years, including top in the UK 100% overall student satisfaction in a number of subjects, including chemical, process and energy engineering, marketing and mental health nursing, just to name a few. In the Times Higher Education Young University Rankings in 2020, we are in the top 150 category, something that we are incredibly proud of. And these are just some of the reasons to join our fantastic university, and you can find out more on our website. At UWS, we like to take care of our students' physical well-being, so the gym facilities at each of our campuses, including fitness classes, are free to UWS students all year round. Our passion for sport and exercise extends far beyond our free student gym access. We have a range of sports teams across numerous disciplines, and our students represent UWS in individual competition, and we have Team UWS members represent us at both Scottish and British level university competitions. A Wednesday afternoon at UWS is allocated as free from classes for the majority of programmes, and this is to ensure that students have the opportunity to take part in sports and social activities. We have over 20 competitive and recreational sports, as well as over 40 societies. So whether your interest is in hockey or the dramatic arts, we have something for you. Each of our campuses has a students' union, which is run by SAWS, who are your students' union. And they are there to represent you, support you, and work with you to improve the student experience at UWS. As I said, we have over 60 undergraduate programmes split into 4 schools: Business and Creative Industries, Education and Social Sciences, Health and Life Sciences, and Computing, Engineering and Physical Sciences. And we have a full list of our courses available on our website. So just before we get into the rest of the presentation, we are about to give you a bit of an information dump, so don't worry if you miss anything, because you can ask us a question and we will have this information session available to view on our YouTube channel, hopefully by the end of the week as well. So what is a late application? An application is deemed as late when it is submitted to a university through UCAS after the main January 29th UCAS deadline. You have up until the 30th of June at 6 p.m. to submit a late application through UCAS. If you submit a late application after the 30th of June, it will automatically be entered into clearing, which we will cover just shortly. A late application is just the same as an on-time application, therefore it still requires you to submit a personal statement and an appropriate reference, which you can get from a teacher, lecturer or current employer. You will also still need to pay the UCAS fee of £20 for one application or £26 for up to 5 applications. If you'd like to find out some hints and tips on how to write a personal statement and the UCAS application process, we also have videos for those on our YouTube channel as well, and we'll get the link to that posted in the chat box before the end of the session. One thing to bear in mind, however, is that late applications are considered if there are any spaces left on your chosen course and on a first come, first served basis. Therefore, it's good to just be mindful of the course that you're choosing. Some of our more popular courses, including nursing, midwifery, paramedic science and education, have very limited spaces and will be filled early. That being said, we do still have availability in many of our other courses, so it is always worthwhile submitting a late application. Unfortunately, Adam and I don't know the full list of courses that are available at this present moment. However, please do not hesitate to get in touch with our Ask team at ask@uws.ac.uk, who will be able to give you a bit more of an insight as to the courses that are available. For anyone who is attending tonight that is interested in postgraduate study, you can submit an application to us directly through the university website for most of our courses. However, please do get in touch with our Ask team for more in-depth information about that. So Adam, it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Kirsty. So now I'm going to explain what UCAS Extra is all about. So this image is available on the UCAS website, but it's good to go through the different steps and go into a bit more detail about how you can look for a UCAS Extra course. So number one, you want to find a course you want to apply for. So using the search tool on the UCAS website, you want to click the Show Courses with Vacancies filter, and this shows all the universities which have places available for UCAS Extra. Then you want to contact the university to check if they'll consider you, and also if you have any questions as well. So for UWS, it will be ask@uws.ac.uk. And number two, when you apply for the new course, these course details will be in your UCAS track, so you keep an eye on them as the application goes through UCAS Extra. If you're applying for a different subject, you may want to send a new personal statement to the university to strengthen your application. So majority of universities will accept a new personal statement depending on how different your subject area is, but it is ideal to do this because obviously if it's something completely different, your original personal statement can't be edited in any way. So sending a new one to the university directly, they can add it to their admission system. Number three, you'll be considered for the university for your application. But after 21 days, you can choose either to continue to wait for a decision from the university if it's not done within the 21 days, or you can replace it with a different extra choice. So this leads on to 3 scenarios which can happen. So if you receive an offer, you reply to it in track, and if you accept it, the offer is yours, just like a usual UCAS offer. And another one is if you receive an offer but you don't want to accept it, you can decline it using UCAS track, and then also you can look for another UCAS Extra course if you so please. And if you're not offered a place, you can start the extra process again until the 5th of July. And after that, you'll be going into the process called clearing, which Kirsty will be covering a bit later on. Next slide, please, Kirsty, sorry. Forgot that you have control. Lovely. So here are the other things to consider. So again, this is available on the UCAS website, but it's good just to highlight the major ones. And these are the questions that are usually asked about UCAS Extra. So if you're eligible for UCAS Extra if you use all 5 of your choices in your application and you're not holding any offers. This means that all your choices have either been unsuccessful or you've declined them or cancelled any choices that you've not received decisions for. So that's the only way you can use UCAS Extra. You can't have a pending offer and use UCAS Extra. You have to either decline it or be unsuccessful in the other choices you have made. And how you know if you're eligible, in the Your Choices section of the track, the option to add an extra choice will become available. And then how many extra choices can you make? So there's no limit to the number of times you can add an extra choice to your application whilst extra is running, but you can only be considered for one application at any one time. And if I'm applying for a different subject, can I change my personal statement? So I did cover this in the previous slide. So yes, usually universities will accept a new personal statement if it's very vastly different from the other subject which you've applied for. So do get in touch with them directly and send them your new personal statement. No, yeah, fantastic, thank you. And other things to consider as well, just three more just before we move on to the next topic. So do you have to pay additional fee to use Extra? So no, if you're already definitely eligible for Extra. So if you've used all your 5 choices, you have paid all you needed to submit your application. But if you have only paid for one choice, that's obviously that £20, and then it's an extra £6 to add other choices. So if you've only done one choice and you want to go into UCAS Extra, you'll have to pay that extra £6. And next, will all universities have places available for Extra for all their courses? As Kirsty said, not necessarily, depends on what is available. And the majority of the most popular courses will probably be full, but do have a look using that search tool, using the UCAS vacancies or the universities with vacancies. You can see what is still available in UCAS Extra and available to apply for. And is there a deadline for when I have to reply to an offer I receive an Extra? So yes, if you have an offer in Extra, you must reply at the date which is shown in track. And you must reply to that, otherwise it'll be automatically declined, and then you'll obviously have to look for a new one, or then you'll go into clearing as well. You mute, Kirsty.
We're just going to briefly go over the clearing process today at this stage, because submitting a late application or using UCAS Extra is the better course of action at this point. However, it is handy to know that clearing does provide you with another option. So clearing is how universities and colleges fill any places that they still have left on their courses. You may be entered into clearing if you have not received any offers, declined all of your offers, didn't meet your conditions, or if you have applied after the 30th of June for the first time. Universities will post a list of vacancies on the UCAS website, and if you're interested in any of the courses available, as Adam said, you must contact the university yourself and ask if you can be offered a place. Once you have permission from the university, you can then add a clearing choice in track. You can apply for any course that has places left, and you do not have to keep the same subject that you first applied for. However, you do still need to meet the minimum entry requirements. Once you've added a clearing choice, you cannot change it until the university has made a decision. Clearing is open from the 5th of July to the 19th of October. And if you'd like to find out more about clearing, you can visit the UCAS website. So moving on to SAS, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail as we'd probably be here all night. So I'm just going to cover the essential information that you need to know. So Scottish students are very, very lucky to receive non-repayable tuition fees from SAS, the Students' Award Agency for Scotland. As standard, Scottish undergraduate students are entitled to 5 years worth of funding. Some postgraduate courses, for example, PGDE teaching and some architecture programmes, are also entitled to funding. However, that is course specific, so you will need to seek clarity from SAS. If you have studied a higher education course previously, that could affect the funding that you're able to receive. So again, you'll need to get in touch with SAS directly to discuss your eligibility. SAS can also help you with student loans, and taking out a student loan is something to think about if you require additional funds to support travel costs, accommodation, materials, etc. And the amount of student loan that you are entitled to depends on several factors, and you can check this by using the funding calculator that is available on the SAS website. You will have to repay this loan if and when you earn more than £25,000 per year. And if you keep up with the repayments, the loan plus any interest will be cancelled after 30 years. SAS can also help you find other sources of funding, including bursaries, discretionary funds, sponsorships, educational trusts, scholarships, childcare fund, and much more. And again, this depends on your own personal circumstance, so please do visit the SAS website. It is up to you to apply for your SAS funding each year of your studies. Ideally, you should apply by the 30th of June so that your application is processed in time for you commencing your studies in September. However, not to worry, if you do apply after this date, they cannot guarantee that they'll process your application before the start of your course. However, they will be able to backdate any payments to when your course started. When applying initially, you should put the details of your first firm choice programme and university, but if this changes, you can update the SAS application at a later date. So the most important thing to take away from this section is to really do your research on the support that you can receive and apply for SAS as soon as you possibly can. Over to you, Adam.
Oh boy. So now we'll go over to the rest of the UK. So looking at the student finance / the student loans company. So depending on where you are in the rest of the UK, you'll have Student Finance England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and all of them are a bit different in terms of the way that their tuition fees and really the maintenance loan is the major difference one. So do look at the different websites depending on where you are in the UK, but all of them will have the tuition fee loan, which is covered by the student's loan company. And this will, similar to the SAS, will offer up to 5 years. And depending on what the course is and how much that tuition fee loan, that's how much the student's loan company will pay per year. And the maximum at Scottish universities, including UWS, is £9,250. And that is applicable to pretty much all of England, Wales and Northern Ireland, depending on where you go. So the maintenance loan is essentially your living costs loan, and it's done, again, similar to the SAS, done on your household income and other factors as well. And you can use the student finance calculator to see how much you may receive from that. And also you've got things, again, like the SAS one, bursaries, scholarships available, which you can look at, and do have a look on universities' websites as well for any other extra support. But bursaries are there to support you through your application process and obviously through your student journey. So definitely have a look at them, because there's nothing to lose in terms of applying for them. Living costs. So using the maintenance loan, you have to make sure again that you apply each year for student finance, and also have a look at your accommodation options. I think that's very, very important, especially if you're a late applicant. You got to make sure that there will be space available if you are moving away from home. And for the repayment, essentially your tuition fee loan and your maintenance loan becomes one loan, which you'll pay back. So you'll only pay back your student loan after you're earning, and just look at the other screen because it's just changed very recently. So it's £27,295 per year. So if you're earning anything under that, you pay nothing back from your student loan. If you're earning over that, anything over that amount is deducted around 9% from your wages, and it's done automatically from when you get paid in your wage slip. So there's no need to do a bank transfer or things like that. It's all done. I pay about £40 per month for my student loan, so it's a very small amount, and it's, you know, similar to like a gym membership or a mobile phone contract, and similar again to the SaaS, that after 30 years, that repayment is gone as well. So it's similar to the SaaS student loans, etc., but is a tad different because it is different depending on which region of the UK you are from. Okay, next slide, please. There we go. And just a few questions, just these are some of the questions I get about student finance when it's a bit later on. So you can apply for student finance right now, and it's actually available 9 months after the start of your course, but obviously you want to get that organized all before you start. So what is the recommended deadlines? So as it can take up to 6 weeks to process a student loan application, you should aim to apply for your loan by the 21st of May for England and the 31st of May for Wales and Northern Ireland, if your course starts between the 1st of August and the 31st of December. But have a check on the relevant student finance website for more information, because obviously if it's after that date, you can still apply, but there's no guarantee you'll get it on the day that you start your course. And this introduces the question, what if my student loan is late? So let the university know as soon as possible, as this could obviously affect your accommodation options as well, but they're very understandable in terms of if they know when the student loan is coming in, they're fine to wait for that payment when it comes available from the student finance company. And if you're waiting for your maintenance loan, make sure you have some backup funds just in case you need to kind of wait for that maintenance loan to come in, because the maintenance loan is the one that's going to go into your bank and the one that will go towards your accommodation, your living costs, etc. And finally, just got the key dates. So UCAS Extra has been open for a little while now, so just coming on 2 months. And have a look if you are a late applicant and see what is still available, because it's a really good opportunity to find something that maybe that you wanted to do, or if you've been declined from the other places, have a look and see what is still available. And I put in the 2 deadlines. Again, these are kind of deadlines to get your student loan on time. So make sure that if you do get an offer organized, make sure that you apply as soon as possible for student finance. And then the 30th of June is the last day for applications before clearing at UWS. And then also it's the kind of recommended is to apply for SaaS by the 30th of June to get that done and all sorted on time. 4th of July, UCAS Extra ends, and then the 5th of July, that's when clearing opens, and you'll probably get a lot more information about clearing if you do go into that process. Fantastic. So now we'll answer any questions that you may have about late applications UCAS Extra and anything else in between as well.
Great. I'm just going to cover what lovely Laura, who's here in the background, has briefly managed to answer for us. There was one question in the chat, can we apply for postgraduate master degree in policy analysis and global governance? So she's answered that for you in the chat. Again, if anyone here in postgraduate wants to apply for any of these courses, it is done through our website. So head on over there and check that out. In terms of the Q&A section, we have one question, which again, Laura's managed to answer for us, which is, can one still submit an application for May intake? I'm assuming that's postgraduate, so that's yes, you can still apply because it is only April. So you have a couple of weeks. Rule of thumb, roughly, courses will still accept applicants 2 or 3 weeks into the course, but any time after that is unlikely that they will accept applications. So yes, James, go ahead. If you're interested in making an application, we'd love to see you at UWS. Wee question here from Rebecca, who's applied for PGDE course provided by the university. Is SaaS support available for international students? Rebecca, that's one of the questions that you're going to have to direct towards SaaS themselves, because as I said, they have a whole list of funding, bursaries, all that kind of thing, that we just don't have the full knowledge to answer that for you. So please do head on over to the SaaS website. I'll get some links popped in the chat as well.
Yeah, so they have,
Sorry,
SAS
Adam.
have a really good like live chat. So if
Yep.
you're within their opening hours, you can literally just pop onto live chat and then see what they say about in terms of funding for international students.
Fantastic. Adam, if you want to get the next question, and I'll get some links in the chat.
Sure. So someone asked, if I've been successful for a course in January, when can I reapply for the same course again? So it really depends on what course it is for a start, and when that course is available, because some courses have 2 points of entry, so either September or January. So if you're going for the September intake, or if you've been successful, you can see if that is available. I don't know what course it is, if it's undergraduate or postgraduate, but obviously have a look on UCAS and see when that is available to reapply for. But have a look, I would say have a look on the UCAS website and see when it should be available to reapply for. Have a look on our website if it's a UWS course as well. But usually you can reapply when applications reopen again. And obviously, if you do have any other questions about that as well, do get in touch with our Ask team. So have you put the email in there?
Yeah, my laptop's just decided to have a hissy fit at me, so I do
type that in
apologise for the
you.
technical difficulties here.
Yeah, no worries.
Adam, sorry, if you could also get some links as well, because again, my laptop doesn't
for
want
sure.
to leave this page.
What links?
Thank you very much. So if you could get the SAS link, that'd be fantastic. And the link to our YouTube channel as well. Yes, that would be brilliant.
Fantastic.
Thank you
so I put in just put in the chat, or I'm just about to, when I can copy it. Just our ask@uws.ac.uk. So that's for any inquiries about our courses and anything else as well. Just get in touch with them, and they usually get back within 3 working days. I'll just grab the SAS contact. So that is for the contact us page for the SAS website. So this is really, really useful if you have any questions about funding, and they do have a really good live chat available as well. And what was the other one, Kirsty? Sorry.
Our YouTube channel would be great. Thank you, Adam.
Go on. Okay. I think we've got... There we go. And yeah, we've got a link to our YouTube channel there. So we actually have 51 videos so far. So we have lots of content available, which goes over things like personal statement, workshop, enhancing employability whilst you're at university. We've got facts about our programs, about our campuses, student life, and all sorts. So if you want to have a wee look, you'll find some good stuff on there as well.
Fantastic, thank you.
Okay, we've got a couple more questions. So I took an offer from the master's degree but couldn't get in touch with student services. Can you help me? So do student services have their own individual email, if I'm not mistaken?
It's depending on what information you're after, but there is the hub email, adamhub@uws.ac.uk, so you can get in contact with them, or again email the Ask team, because they are our one-stop shop for all the information, and if they can't answer your questions, they will then forward it on to the relevant department who will. So I would suggest that the Ask team is actually your first port of call, and hopefully you'll get an answer. I want to join MBA with leadership. How much will it cost? It depends. It depends for an international student, Scottish student, rest of the UK student. So again, you can check our website for that detail, and if you want some more clarity, again, you can email our Ask team, who'll be more than happy to help.
What I'll do is I'll grab the
link for it.
Yeah, I'll grab the course page. At the moment, I think the MBA is currently they're agreeing on the funding for the next intake. So it might not be completely up to date as of yet. Oh, actually, I think they have updated it now.
Brilliant.
So you can have a look on there for you. I'll put that in the chat for the MBA course page. Okay. There we go. So if you scroll down to fees and funding, that will be in that sector there, but I think they have updated it, for 2021, 2022. Okay.
Fantastic. Well, I think that's got all the questions answered. If anyone wants to add a sneaky wee one in just before we finish, feel free.
We'll give you 30 seconds or so.
Well, if you think of any other questions, as I've said, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us at ask@uws.ac.uk. But I think we'll leave it there for tonight, Adam.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, nothing else has come in. So thank you very much, everybody, for attending our late application information session with myself and Adam. We hope that it's maybe given you a little bit of an insight as to the options that you still have and the options that are still available to you. So please do email us, check the website, all of our information is there. But as we said, you know, if you do have any great questions, that you think any questions at a later time, please don't hesitate to get in touch. And the email address is also on screen. And please do check out our social media handles as well, because we have a lot of video content going out at the moment, YouTube videos going out with lots of helpful information. So thank you everybody for joining us. We wish you all the best in your future studies, and we really do hope to see you at UWS in the future. Thank you everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.